Leaf and natural shapes are always popular in design, so here's a fun leaf tutorial for you to try. I also create leaf pendants, and you can see it's just making outlines and then weaving in. There's no beads involved, and you can even colour them, patinate them if you so wish. So the earrings we're going to make are very, very simple, and I hope you like this design. What I'm using is 0.8 of a millimeter wire, so that's 20 gauge, and this is gilt gold plate, and I'm cutting two pieces the same length for the earrings. Now the length you cut is obviously it's up to you how long you want the leaf shape to be, but you want to fold it in half, and you want one end slightly longer than the other because that will be your stem, and the other wire is just used to wrap around to secure the shape. So you can cut off any excess there, squeeze and tighten the wrap, and then we need to shape it. So first of all, narrow the whole of the loop down and create a little point at the end, but leave a channel, don't squeeze it so that it's completely doubled. And then shape it with your fingers or your pliers to open it up to the width that you want it. So you can create this any width you want. I quite like this slimline shape for an earring. Once you've got the outline frame and shape of your leaf, you want to hammer with the planishing end, the steel end of your whammer hammer. You want to hammer that outline to work hard on it. So obviously do that on the other one as well. The next thing is to do a line down the middle. So that's the sort of vein of the leaf. So I'm wrapping with the 0.8 again, the 20 gauge, and then I'm bringing the wire down the center, and I'm sort of making a shape. You don't have to, you can make a straight line, and then cutting it off, just leaving enough so that I can curl the end around the tip and secure it at the base or tip of the leaf. So sometimes it moves around, it's a little bit fiddly, it takes a few goes, and you have to really hold very, very closely to the end and then pinch the end of that wire in that little tiny channel there, and then make sure the top is done. And you can see I've left about an inch projecting from the wrap, because later on I'm going to use that to create a spiral and hide the wrap underneath. So you want to do that to the other one as well. And once you've done that, you just hammer it a little bit to work hard on it. You don't want to go too firmly on that, but that just gives it a sort of a bit of tempering and makes it solid. Next thing is you're going to use 0.4 or 0.5 weaving wire, and again wrap it around the top, and then you're going to weave from the outside into that center line or center vein down the middle of the leaf, and then back to the other side. So you're going from the frame to the middle to the other side of the frame, to the middle to the other side of the frame, and so forth. And you're repeating that, and you don't have to do this too beautifully because there's an organic feel about these leaves anyway. So you can see here I'm going backwards and forwards, and every time I do a complete wrap around the center. So you do the whole way down. If you run out of wire, just cut another length and continue. Once you've done that, you tweak and tweak and tweak with the tips of your chain nose pliers, and that will tighten any loose wires and also give the leaf a more interesting shape with all those sort of lines and veins of the weave. Use the nylon head of your whammer now just to flatten all of that weaving. Cut off the weaving wire at the top, and you're still left with a projecting end, and curl that into a spiral that you can flatten and cover all the top mess that might be there where the wraps have gone. And then you just have to make the little top suspension link. So I'm just going to cut this down because I got a bit too much here. Create a link at the very, very top of my leaf with using my round nose pliers. And I'm going to hammer the very, very end of that link, and that just makes it much firmer. And make sure everything is as you want it. And you can finally, what you can do to make it a bit more of an interesting shape, just twist, holding it at the top and the base, and twist one direction, the other direction to get this sort of curvy leaf. And it means when you wear it, it picks up the light. But you can create other leaves, other shapes. Just draw out some templates. You can get them on the internet, or you can draw out your own versions and use those to create your frameworks. So have fun creating leaves out of wire. Thank you for watching.